Hi chess friends, today we are going to witness Vaishali's brilliancy against former world champion Mariya. Mariya plays with white, Vaishali is black. Mariya starts with e4, Vaishali plays c5, the Sicilian defense. Knight f3, knight c6, bishop b5, g6, bishop takes knight. Rosolimo attack. B pawn takes bishop. Mariya makes a doubled pawn weakness for the black. Castle on the king side. Out of the opening book. D4 would be the book continuation. Bishop g7. Vaishali fianchettos her bishop. Rook e1. Queen c7. c3. d6. Making way for the bishop to develop. h3. Not allowing bishop g4, which will pin the knight to queen. Knight f6. Makes way for castle. d4. C pawn takes d4 pawn. C pawn takes d4 pawn. Vaishali rectifies the doubled pawn weakness. Castle on the king side. Knight c3. c5. Challenges the d pawn. e5. D pawn takes e5 pawn. D pawn takes e5 pawn. Attacks the knight. Rook d8. Attacks the queen. Queen a4. Moves it to safety. Knight h5. g4 cannot win the knight. Black can defend the knight with tactics. If g4, then bishop b7, knight e4, f5, knight e d2, f pawn takes g4 pawn, h pawn takes g4 pawn, queen c8. If g pawn takes knight, rook d4 and queen with bishop or rook will checkmate the white's king. This position is not good for white as the white's king is exposed compared to black's king. Black has small advantage. Back to the position. So, white didn't go for the g4. Queen h4. Slightly better is developing the bishop to d2. Bishop b7. e6. Inaccuracy by Mariya. It's best to play knight e4, which blocks the bishop from attacking the knight on f3. f5. Bishop g5. Mariya wants to eliminate the e7 pawn to create a passed pawn. It's not a good plan for white. Black is planning to remove the knight on f3 by bishop and preparing rook d4 to trap the queen. White needs to do something for that. Queen c4 is the best move. And the problem with bishop g5 is that it blocks the escape square of queen. Bishop takes knight. G pawn takes bishop. If black plays rook d4 immediately to win the queen, then knight b5 forks queen and rook. So Vaishali plays queen b7, avoiding the fork. Knight e2, controlling the d4 square. Queen takes f3 pawn. Bishop takes e7 pawn. Another inaccuracy by white. Bishop should be there to control the d2 square. Now d2 square becomes weak. Better is queen c4. Rook d2. Bishop takes c5 pawn. White has created a passed pawn, but the black's attack is lethal. Rook takes knight. Black wins the knight. Queen c4. Preparing e7 for a discovery attack. But this move is a blunder. Best move is e7. Let's see the continuation. Knight f4. Queen g3. Queen e4. Rook e d1. Black has an extra piece and winning. This continuation will prolong the game. Back to the position. Queen c4. Pause the video and find the brilliant move played by Vaishali. After some moves, white resigned. Compliments on finding the move. The move is knight g3. Threatens queen h1, checkmate. If f pawn takes knight, then queen g2, checkmate. So white played e7 check. King h8, the only move. And white resigned on move 23. The only way to stop checkmate is to give up the queen by queen d4. So white resigned. If you like the video, share, subscribe and like. Thank you. Post your suggested games in the comment section.